What is up, everyone? Welcome back. Day number 8. The boys are dialed. So yesterday was our second day of technician work. We originally had 3 jobs lined up on the day, and then our third guy called and said, hey, we have our neighbor that we want to reach out to him as well. So we had 4 jobs lined up in the day. Do the first job. I'm trying to remember. That was that was a window cleaning job that we did at 10 a.m. That was the outside job. Originally just outside, but then we went back because I forgot her phone number, and she was like, "Do inside while you're here." So that was an extra $100. I think it was $259. They threw us some extra money too, which was awesome. Our second job, $209. Really cleaned. Those windows were dirty. We changed those windows for a lifetime. Those windows look completely brand new. They had so much buildup on them. We did a great job for them. Super, super happy. Hopefully we'll get some really good reviews from both those guys. And then this is where it gets a little strange. We go to the third job. This guy lives 20 minutes away. Originally, I think it was our first day of knocking. We saw this guy on the street. I went up to him, I gave him a business card. He's like, I had a house 20 minutes away. I'd love you to do it. I promised him $7 a window because that's what we were charging at the time. Now we're a little bit more established. We're doing $10 a window. We're doing full-time jobs because we already have full book schedules. We're about to have like 15 Google reviews in a week. So I was like, I promised him $7 a window. But the jobs we did that day, we were doing $10 a window. So we go over to him. He was like, my neighbor's not home. I'll like walk you around, tell me how much it is and whatever. I think for him, he had like 10, maybe 12 windows. We did $7 a window. We said like $129 for him, whatever. His neighbor's house was about like double the size, double the windows. And I was doing $10 a piece. So I think I said he had like 28 windows. I said, since we're already here, we'll do it for $249. We'll do it less than $10 a window. This guy starts crashing out on me, starts cursing me out, personal insults. Like, it was a very unpleasant experience. I was trying to like remain as professional as possible, but this guy was very, very upset. He thought just because I promised him the price that I promised him, that his neighbor was going to get either the same deal, if not a better deal, even though it was a last-minute job to an already fully booked day. It was a larger house, more windows, more work. So I can kind of understand where he's coming from. He thought because he referred us that the referral job would be cheaper, but that's just not really how we do business. If we're going to do more work, especially if it's like an emergency job that wasn't even originally planned, like there's no universe that we're going to do that for less, especially since it's already a larger house, about 2 times the size. And I still gave him a great price, so he was very, very upset. He just told us to pack up everything. He said it in a little meaner way, but he basically just said, pack up everything, get out of here. I don't want to do business with you. It's all right. Like, everyone is allowed their own opinion. Could have used without the personal insults a little bit, but, that's business, I guess. You just kind of got to roll with that sometimes. But it was all right. Me and Hoffman made some good money that day, and we went to the beach, then went to the gym, and had a great afternoon just hanging out together. And, it was unfortunate. If you could, I'd love everything to be sunshine and rainbows and everyone be happy, but, it's just not possible. But, this guy was like 40, 50 years old. He was screaming at me at like a 20-year-old, I said, like, if you don't want to do it, don't buy it. Like, I don't know why he was being so dramatic about it, but, some people just, if they think they're right and you're wrong if you don't think exactly what they think. And this guy's been in business for a long time, so I think everything he thinks is correct. And I'm not saying he's wrong. Like, I understand now, like, where he's coming from, but I just don't think he's able to conceptualize what we were saying. It's just that we didn't say what he was saying, so then we were wrong. Also, I think us being 20-year-old kids, it kind of takes away from our credibility. It's like, this is still a business. I'm running it. I'm going to run it how I run it. It's my business. So, he didn't really like it that I'm not running it the way that he thinks it should be run, but it's also not your business. So, unfortunate. I want to have really good credibility and, everyone to know who I am in the community positively, but, it it's just not gonna work out like that all the time. You can't make everyone happy in this world. It's impossible. I'm just gonna make the people that want to be happy with their window cleaning, and that's really all I can do. But it was a little unfortunate. It was my first real encounter like that, and it was definitely like a little bit of unsettling, I would say. But what are you gonna do? Today we have a noon job and a little later of a job that touch up with the first job with the power washing because we have the ladder now. So today's a really light day, but we're also going to make really good money because I sold the heck out of our first job. I think it was a $4.59 for power washing and window cleaning. That's going to take us maybe an hour and a half. So it's perfect. And then the second guy isn't even home, so if we're late, it doesn't even matter. We can just show up whenever we want, do the work, and he's going to Venmo us, so we're going to get paid hopefully for both jobs today, which would be awesome. This is probably the bigger news. I had an interview on Monday morning to get a technician. We got him part-time 3 days a week. That's going to be Sunday, Mondays, and Tuesdays. And then I know I'm leaping ahead a little bit advanced in the videos here, but on day 8 this morning, I also got another part-time technician. This guy wants to go full-time, but I was like, right now, like, we can't even have a full-time and a part-time. If you could go part-time on the days this guy can't work, and then give me a week, once I get more equipment, I get more jobs, my advertising's up, everything's moving a little bit quicker, then I want both of you guys to go full-time. And then I'll have 2 part-time technicians that are great. They're going to see how much money they're making, and they're going to want to go full-time after everything's ripping. And then I'll have 2 hopefully really quality guys. Both these guys seem awesome, really, really qualified guys. Just trying to make some money, which I love to hear. That means they're going to work really well. So everything's just kind of falling into place. I called my meta guy yesterday, and normally he said it would take 2 weeks, but he's like, if you just pay me now, then we can get your ads going in like 3 to 6 days. So everything is just moving in the right direction. It needs to move. The equipment's working beautifully. We're getting some good reviews off the bat. People are loving the work. We're doing jobs yesterday, and people were coming up to us. People recognize us from doing the doors. I got a call back from a business card I gave out. This guy, nice house on the bay. Not a lot of windows, but a massive house. So I was like, this guy's got money. It'd be normally like a $259, $309 job. I sold him for $359 and was really happy with that. And he didn't even care. These people are so rich, they really don't care that much about the price. They just want to make sure they're getting a good service, and they 100% are. So it's a win-win for everyone. And yeah, everything's just moving in the right direction. Obviously, at the beginning, it's going to be a little easier for everything to go the way it should. So it's going to be interesting this next weeks or two once everything starts ramping up a lot more, see how that all plays out. But, it's going to be difficult, but it's going to be a different type of difficult. And I'd rather have a problem-solving difficult than a manual labor difficult. I'm sure anyone would. So it's going to be nice. We only have 2 more days of jobs, and then me and Hoffman will hopefully be done cleaning forever. We'll see, but that would be nice. It's not hard work. It's just, doing all of the business stuff and doing everything I'm doing plus the work. It's just a lot of work. And I could do it all summer if I needed to, if that was the only way I was going to make money, and me and Hoffman had to rip the technician work and the sales stuff. We can do it all. It's just going to make a lot more money, just outsourcing. Gives me more free time to go out and quote, do the doors, job quality, everything I need to do while other guys are cleaning and doing all of that work. So we offer really great pay, really great incentives, gas incentive, 5-star review incentives. That's another thing that I think is really good. John, the guy who ran my window cleaning business, he was huge on that. We are a team. These guys are my workers. We're all in this together. You got to treat your workers really well if you want them to do good work for you. And you treat them well, sure, a little bit more money's coming out of your pocket, but in the long run, you're going to make way more money. So you got to think of it as an investment. Your workers are an investment. You put in money for them. You get them all the equipment they need. Give them gas money. You take them out to lunch every now and then. Stuff like that, really goes a long way. These guys that are blue collar, they're not really used to having really good incentives and really good work experience when it comes to their bosses and stuff. So you can't treat it like you're a boss. You got to treat them just like you're all in it. All in it together. You're all on the same team. You're all working to a common goal of expanding the company, and you really get these guys invested into the company mission, because then they're going to really see the big picture and how their work is affecting day-to-day jobs, is affecting the big picture of the business. So I think that's huge when doing this business, is just making sure all of your workers on the same page, treat them right. Even as a sales rep, when I did really, really well for John. He got me new shoes. He would take me out to dinner. He'd buy me Chipotle like almost every day. Like some really awesome stuff. You know, I was making him a shit ton of money, so it makes sense. But it's also like, don't be greedy. You know, these are real people that, you know, you want them to care about your business, and you do that by incentivizing them too. As nice as it would be just to get random strangers just to fully invest in you, that's just like not realistic. You got to show them why they should invest in you. And once they're hooked, you know, if I run this business outside of the summer, these guys are going to be locked in for hopefully the rest of the year. So obviously I'm saying this prematurely. These guys haven't done the work yet, but I think everything's really going to work out well with these guys. Had opening phone calls with these guys, and then had 30-minute Zoom calls with them after, like second round interviews, and both of them went amazing, and they're both ready to work and make some money. So I'm really excited. So everything's kind of just falling into place right now. Just kind of waiting for everything to start up. I'm still waiting for the Google optimization for my website and to be sponsored by Google and all that stuff. That should be happening in a couple of days. Meta ads couple and a half days. Technicians happening in a couple of days, and everything should hopefully just fall into place soon. But it's been moving really, really well so far. So, you know, we'll see how today's jobs go. Hopefully everything goes well, and we'll see you for tomorrow's update, day 8. So it's been great.